So hello everyone, this is part 2 of my last video. Go ahead, check that out if you haven't already. And today I'm going to do another what if about Rexy. And this what if is, so it will be a kind of reimagining or reboot, or at least my version of the Jurassic World Dominion prologue, at least how I think it should have went or could have went. So the fans could have been a little happier about the prologue and just have it not have a T-Rex die in less than a minute. I mean, old T-Rex in Jurassic Park 3 got a few hits off on the Spinosaurus before it died. Rexy in the prologue gets like maybe the headbutt, but still the Giga got countered it pretty much, and she took probably a lot more damage. And it's like, it's sad how the T-Rex went down. The Giga literally just drags it and throws it into a freaking sinkhole and it dies. I don't know, maybe its neck got snapped possibly, I don't know exactly, as it was never really confirmed or said exactly how the T-Rex dies. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. However the T-Rex dies, it dies. So to have kind of prevent this, or maybe have the prologue, you still have the Giga versus T-Rex rivalry. Here's how I would have done the prologue. So the prologue would begin the same. Dinosaurs doing dinosaur things, not fighting, not killing each other, just walking around, living their lives, just like how normal animals or dinosaurs would. However, with all animals, there's always territorial disputes and etc. between the species for mating rights, food, and other such. So here is when we would see as Rexy is walking through a forest and she's quietly stalking. However, with her large size, she's easily heard by the Giga, who quickly gets up in response. Rexy would emerge from the trees as we would get a full view of her feathered body as she would let out a low roar at the Giga. The two of them will walk towards each other, slowly circling, looking for any weaknesses in the other's defenses or any weak points. Rexy would charge in, grabbing the Giga by its snout and ripping off a chunk of skin. The Giga would quickly lunge at the T-Rex, missing its neck by inches. The T-Rex would try to attack, but the Giga would counter its attack by headbutting the T-Rex. The T-Rex would slam its head into the Giga's side, causing it to almost slip in the sinkhole. The T-Rex and the Giga would charge at each other, the T-Rex using its smaller size would pick up the Giga from underneath and throwing the Giga. The Giga attempts to attack, but the T-Rex dodges it and grabs the Giga by its neck. The Giga would break free, shoving the T-Rex's head to the side and grabbing the T-Rex by its neck. The Giga begins to push the T-Rex back into the gorge, T-Rex almost falling into it as the Giga's teeth begin to slice deep into the T-Rex's neck. The T-Rex would swing its body around, breaking free of the Giga's jaws. The Giga would spin, tail whipping the T-Rex, knocking it to the ground. The T-Rex recovers and begins to stand. The Giga would look at Rexy, practically daring Rexy to get up and keep fighting. Rexy, knowing that she's too weak to keep fighting, walks back off into the forest. She needs to recover from these injuries, and the Giga needs to recover as well. Both of them go their separate ways, with the Giga having won this battle, and he soon rests near the riverbank. So that's the end of that what if, and I feel like this would be extremely good just because the T-Rex and the Giga would actually have a fight in the prologue, not just a slaughter, or the T-Rex getting slaughtered. Plus, the T-Rex wouldn't die in this. The T-Rex would fight the Giga, the two would fight, but like in real life, not every scenario ends with one dying. The T-Rex would soon realize that it's just too wounded to keep fighting. It's fighting a losing battle, and it would just walk off back into the forest. The Giga would reign victorious, and to still have the T-Rex versus Giga rivalry and Dominion without a T-Rex having to die to, give off the rivalry. Just to have the two fight, the T-Rex loses, and then kind of bring off the point that not necessarily saying the Giga is like the strongest theropod or like it one-shot the T-Rex, but just that, one in the past, so, in the present, Rexy fights to Giga over Biosid Valley to kind of get a little revenge, kind of like that scenario. So for my second what if in this video, I'm going to do a Spinosaurus one. You see, what if in Jurassic World Dominion, the Spinosaurus came in, fought the Giga, and Rexy would be knocked out, that whole scenario. Now you would think, okay, it's just a team up, but here's the change. Instead of the two straight up teaming up on the Giga, it would actually be a three-way brawl between all three carnivores, with no one being on either side, the two or all three of them just trying to survive this battle. So as we all know, Rexy gets defeated by the Giga, blah blah blah, gets distracted by the main characters, etc etc. Flare goes flying past his face, blah blah blah. And that's when we'd see the Spinosaurus. The flare would hit the Spinosaurus, and the Spinosaurus would turn, seeing the Giganotosaurus. The Spinosaurus would roar at the Giga. The Giga would roar back at the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus would charge in as the Giga does the same. The Spinosaurus would use his arms to catch the Giga's jaws, pushing him back. The Spinosaurus would then grab the Giga by his neck. Giga would grab the Spinosaurus' arm, breaking it. The Spinosaurus would roar in pain before biting harder into the Giga's neck. We briefly cut to Rexy, who is still knocked out. That's when we see the Giga bite onto the head of the Spinosaurus to be stabbed in the eye. That's when we would see Rexy still knocked out with her eye open, and she would have a flashback to her past, and she would wake up instantly, ready for combat. We would see the Giga stumble back as he's still staring at the Spinosaurus. Broken arm, and Spinosaurus stares at the Giga but notices something. The Giga, so focused, doesn't notice Rexy until she clamps into his tail, pulling the Giga back. Then the Giga gets yeeted into a stone pillar. When Rexy would look up, seeing the Spinosaurus. Rexy and the Spinosaurus would immediately size each other up before charging in. Rexy would grab onto the Spinosaurus' head before grabbing onto its neck. Spinosaurus would roar in pain as Rexy spins the Spinosaurus around. Spinosaurus would break free from Rexy's jaws. Spinosaurus would stab and then starts to slash Rexy with his claws. That's when the scene cuts to the Giga, who begins to slowly get up off the ground. That's when we see Rexy bite into the Spinosaurus' arm. The Giganotosaurus would get up, letting out a loud roar, letting Rexy and the Spinosaurus know he's back. Rexy, hearing the Giga, would quickly throw the Spinosaurus to the ground. The two would then headbutt each other as the Giga would push Rexy back and bite Rexy by her neck. Rexy would shove him off and let out a loud roar. That's when the Spinosaurus would grab the Giga by his tail, swinging him around and throwing him into a tree. Rexy attacking the Spinosaurus while its guards down, grabbing its arm, breaking it as it grabs its neck, and, well, the Spino's lifeless corpse drops to the ground. That's when the Giga ambushes Rexy, biting her by her neck. Rexy would swing her body around, breaking free of the Giga's jaws. Rexy would charge in, opening her jaws and clamping her jaws around the neck of the Giga, breaking the Giga's neck as the Giga's body would slump to the ground. Rexy would tap the Giga's head to see if he's alive. When realizing he's dead, she would roar in her victory as corpses of the Spino and the Giga lay in the bowels and valleys. This is the end of that what if, and this would be very kind of a good ending, just to have the Spino, the Giga, and the T-Rex just in that all-out battle royale would be extremely cool, because the them having to like team up is like the T-Rex always needs help, but to have like the T-Rex kind of get saved, but then have to like still fight the Giga and Spino, or the Giga and the Spino fighting each other, kind of like that is pretty cool. To have the Giga and the Spino also have a little bit more screen time as well as Rexy. Some cool fight scenes, and just to have the T-Rex get another victory in the Jurassic franchise and not be disrespected like it's been in almost every movie so far after Jurassic Park 3. So this is going to be the end of part 2. I will make a part 3, maybe even a part 4. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. As well as every video I took clips from will be in the description below. So go check them out, show some credit to them. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.